You're watching a Highwire Media podcast. The Rangers' failure to act cost them a cheap closer option after the latest signing. Kyle Finnegan reunites with Washington on a one-year, $6 million deal that the Rangers should have made with the righty closer. In the attempt to rebuild their bullpen, the Texas Rangers spent all offseason adding a plethora of arms with the potential to make major contributions in 2025. However, the Rangers still failed to find an established closer, but grabbed a potential closer in Chris Martin to add with their internal candidates. It's not like the team didn't have options on the free agent market. They could have reunited with one of their last year's late inning relievers in David Robertson, Jose Leclerc, or Kirby Yates. They could have also decided to grab a top closer candidate in Kyle Finnegan or Tanner Scott. However, the closer they got to spring training, the higher their payroll got, and ownership remained adamant to stay below the league's luxury tax of $241 million. They started to make small additions, and as time passed, the bigger options slowly started to disappear off the market. Which leads us to Tuesday afternoon when ESPN's Jesse Rogers shared on social media that Finnegan was returning to the Washington Nationals on a team-friendly one-year, $6 million deal. I'm sure Ranger fans hearing the news had the same reaction as I did. Why couldn't Texas commit to the deal? Ask anyone, I'm sure they would say, despite filling in vital roster gaps, starting pitching, DH, and power hitting, they failed to grab a closer, and Finnegan certainly had to be on a list of targeted options heading into the offseason. In 65 games for the Nationals last season, Finnegan recorded a .368 ERA, posting an 8.5 strikeout per 9-inning rate and 38 saves, the third most in Major League Baseball. In his 5-year career, he's recorded 88 saves, which is 74 more than Martin, who leads the pack for Texas. I understand from a business standpoint that the owners are looking to maximize profits while keeping costs at a reasonable rate. But that doesn't seem to be as simple when you own a Major League Baseball team. None of the 30 teams are ever unsuccessful year after year. In 2023, the Athletics made the least amount of revenue in 2023 at $24 million, and Texas made the 9th most revenue in $425, according to data from JP Morgan Asset Management. However, how many times the budget constraints are mentioned, it is also countered with their willingness to win. It's hard to criticize since they won a World Series 2 seasons ago, but we all know that just winning one title isn't enough for the organization, which is why it blows my mind when there's an established closer in Finnegan on the market, willing to sign for a cheap dollar amount such as $6 million, and they let him go elsewhere. It's possible Finnegan didn't want to come to Texas at all, or there was no mutual interest in bringing him to Arlington. It's also possible that the internal options for the Rangers gives the coaching staff confidence and they didn't feel the need to spend any additional money. Regardless, the Rangers better hope they find success at the closer role before it starts becoming a serious concern this season due to lack of production. Whether it's opening day, a rivalry showdown, or another October run, fingers crossed, you need the best seats for the best price, and that's where Game Time comes in. Game Time is the fastest, easiest way to score last-minute tickets to Rangers games. No stress, no sketchy resellers, just killer deals on seats you actually want. And the best part? They show you exactly what your view looks like before you buy. No surprises. Just baseball the way it should be, live and loud at Globe Life Field. Say goodbye to ridiculous fees and hello to Game Time's best price guarantee. You find a cheaper ticket somewhere else, they'll credit you the difference. That's how confident they are that you're getting the best deal. Don't wait, use the link in the description and go get your ticket to the next Rangers game. And get ready to be there when the magic happens. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed, and that's Game Time. And now back to our episode. And now on to our next topic. Jock Peterson's early spring success proves the Rangers' DH overhaul is finally on the right track. Among one of the worst teams in the league out of the DH spot in 2024, the Rangers' attempt to revamp the position is working with Jock Peterson. Last year, the Texas Rangers got terrible production from the DH spot. Determined to not repeat the past, the team added Jock Peterson to fill that much-needed hole in their lineup. The 32-year-old is coming off of one of the best seasons of his career with the Arizona Diamondbacks, setting career highs in batting average and a 12.2% walk rate, which was among the top 6% in the league. Since the start of the 2022 season, he slashed .262, .365, .485. Good for a 137 OPS plus, playing for both the Diamondbacks and the Giants. Fast forward to Monday's Cactus League spring training game against the White Sox. In his second at-bat, Peterson capped off a 9-run first inning, taking a 1-1 fastball opposite field for his first home run in the spring, an early sign of things to come in 2025. Sure, it's only one home run in an insignificant spring training game, but on a deeper level, it's a sign to the organization and its fan base that their plan will be successful. In 2024, the Rangers DH posted a .204, .263, .322 slash line with a .585 OPS, 15 home runs, 65 RBIs, and a -2.7 WAR. As a group, they ranked second worst in MLB in WAR and batting average, and last in OBP, slugging, and OPS. By comparison, Peterson also finished the season with a 2.9 WAR, hit 7 more home runs, and just 1 fewer RBI than the entire Rangers DH platoon. This year, Peterson is projected to hit at least 20 home runs, drive in a minimum of 60 runs, and match his WAR production from his tenure in Arizona. Combine that with other candidates expected to fill in from time to time, it's not unrealistic to expect at least 40 home runs and 80 RBIs alone from the DH spot. That would transform the Rangers' DH production from one of the worst in the league to the top 5, making it one of the league's best positional upgrades from 2024 to 2025. Mix that in with the remainder of the lineup, and the Rangers have a strong case to be among the league's best offensive teams this season. And now we're going to take a look at 3 key takeaways from the Rangers' first 4 spring training games in 2025. The first handful of Cactus League games in the book for the Texas Rangers. And although, despite the 1-3 start, game results don't matter, but progress in massive. Speaking of progress, a lot happened since the Rangers' first game on Friday, including the spring pitching debuts of Nathan Eovaldi, Tyler Moll, Cody Bradford, and John Gray. Fans also got a chance to see new faces wear the Texas across their chests. So, here are 3 key takeaways from the Rangers' first 4 spring training games. Alver is off to a scorching start this spring, homering in 2 straight games the past weekend against the White Sox and the Giants. In his first 4 at-bats, the 26-year-old hit a pair of home runs and drove in 4 runs. Alver is a 2020 draft pick and was part of the return in the 2021 deal that sent Joey Gallo to the Yankees. He's yet to make his big league debut after spending all of the past season in AAA Round Rock, and he hit a .247, .360, .425, .785 with 11 home runs, 60 RBIs, and 28 doubles in 104 games. Jax Bigger and Abimelec Ortiz, apologies for butchering his name, also got involved in the prospect home run parade with back-to-back 9th-inning shots in the Rangers' 11-3 victory over the White Sox on Monday. These results might not mean much in the long run, since the big league roster is already stacked. A consistent showing of success throughout the spring should put them at the top of the board when the next man gets called up. One of the most anticipated reasons for spring training is the pitching. The first 4 games featured Eovaldi, Moll, Bradford, and Gray. Eovaldi pitched for 2 innings, got 2 hits, 2 runs, a walk, a strike on 33 pitches. Tyler Moll got pitched 2 innings, giving up 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 strikeouts on 32 pitches. Bradford also went 2 innings, got a hit, 2 strikeouts, and 24 pitches. Gray got 2 innings pitched with a strikeout on 26 pitches. The weekend was also a big day for pitchers, expected to be a massive contributor to the team's bullpen success this year. Dane Dunning, Jack Leiter, Adrian Hauser, Walter Pennington, Sean Armstrong, and Jesse Chavez all turned in scoreless innings of work. It could have been smoother for a handful of arms, including Maul, who is probably one of the rotation piece that is fighting for a spot with Kumar Rocker. Young hurler Mark Church also got tattooed for 2 runs and an inning of work on Monday. Despite whatever results, it was only 4 games, and that panic button shouldn't be pushed quite yet. Jake Burger's defense is better than advertised at first base. It seems unfair to critic Burger since he's not the worst defender in the league, not by a long shot. Despite the uncertainty that his defense is the weaker part of his game, he's received rave reviews early in camp about his skill set. That being said, Burger's first base has been strong early. Shouldn't be surprising because Texas has always been good at transforming players' defense. Nathaniel Lowe turned in a Gold Glove caliber defender. Mitch Moreland was before that. A nifty 3-6 double play on Friday is an early sample of possible returns we will see from Burger on the defensive side in 2025. So, with spring training underway, one of the biggest questions is what should Ranger fans expect from Jack Leiter in 2025? After debuting in 2024, the development of Jack Leiter in 2025 into a major league pitcher is what is on Ranger fans' minds. So what's in store for the 2025 season? After a tumultuous tenure in the minor leagues for the young right-hander, Ranger fans get to see the first major league action for Leiter in 2024. While not overwhelmingly impressive, there is plenty to improve. Leiter was given almost impossible expectations to begin his career in Texas, which has left fans expecting more from him. In his spring debut on Saturday, Leiter threw 2 scoreless innings, striking out a hitter and touching upper 90s on his fastball. While that is positive, there were still signs of his lingering issue, controlling his pitchings. The biggest problems for Leiter across his tenure is the big leagues is consistency and putting hitters away. There have been stretches in the minors where he has been untouchable and stretches where he is walking 3+ batters a game. After getting ahead 1-2 to the first batter, he missed badly on the following 2 pitches. He has the stuff. His fastball was up to 99.9 miles an hour in his first outing, but the misses continue to be bad misses that give the batter no questions on when to take and when to swing. His fastball last year was one of the least valuable pitches in baseball, a -16 run value. That is not going to cut it at the big league level, but his increase in velocity could help with that. The biggest change to his fastball is not velocity, but rather the type of fastball. While still registering as a 4-seam fastball, there seems to have been a sinker added to his arsenal. With his high release point, his fastball does not move comparatively to a lot of other pitches. Along with his 4-seam multiple fastballs registered with different movements comparative to a sinker, Leiter is a fly ball inducing pitcher, so adding a pitch that can induce more ground balls can change his game and lead to much easier outs. Combining Leiter's low ground ball numbers with his inability to put batters away when getting ahead in counts, the results were what you could have expected in 2024. If what he showcased in his first spring training outing continue to reign true, his numbers will undoubtedly improve. The biggest problem that has been prevalent for Leiter is just consistency throughout a full season. After impressing early in the 2024 season, he was given start opportunities for the big league team that were disastrous. So, the biggest question is where Leiter will start the year. Will it be in AAA Round Rock, or is the big leagues an option? AAA may benefit his long-term success over being stuffed in the bullpen, since the team's long-term play for Leiter is in the rotation. It's not likely he earns a starting rotation spot simply due to the high level of healthy talent already on the roster. The likeliest outcome is he begins the year in Round Rock, is the 27th man for potential doubleheaders, and a leading candidate is the next man up in case of injury. Getting used to routine and getting normal time in the minors will allow him to experience a routine that is consistent to the standard. This is key and will lead him to an opportunity to flourish when the opportunity arises. At the same time, the Rangers' bullpen is still getting overhauled, and a few key contributors are already projected to miss time to start the regular season. With a positive spring, Leiter could slide in to fill an absent role. This turned from a fast-rising prospect to a long-term project, which is not a bad thing. Leiter is only 24, which leaves him with plenty of time to get his big league career on track. Progress with prospects is not always linear and will have its ups and downs, and that is normal. The important thing is to monitor his development this spring training. He'll want to focus on putting hitters away while ahead in the count. Transitioning from a pitcher that has a high pitch count in only 4 to 5 innings to a pitcher with 6 to 7 outings plays out better from both a player and team success standpoint. This would be the most successful outcome for his future development. Regardless, one thing is for sure. Whenever Jack Leiter steps on a mound, they are must-see for Ranger fans this year. Great things are ahead for Leiter, and it will be interesting to see how the 2025 Leiter compares previous iterations. So now we're going to take a look at 4 bold predictions for the Texas Rangers in 2025. It's that time of year. Early season bold predictions and hot takes are in, and these are my 4 for the upcoming Texas Rangers season. Hot takes are extremely common during this time of year. Each season, new events happen, and the unexpected blindsides us all. Whether it's a player going for a career year or something returning to their prime form, there is something major that happens every year. So, these are my 4 predictions for the upcoming season. Starting off, the 2025 Texas Rangers will set single-season franchise home run record. The team record for home runs in a season is currently 260, set back in 2005. That would require an average of 1.6 home runs per 9 innings to top this record. While that is a daunting number, there are many reasons to believe this lineup can do this. Josh Young and Evan Carter just had horrible injury luck that they looked to rebound from. Young couldn't avoid getting hit multiple times that led to him only appearing in 46 games. Carter only appeared in 45 due to long-term back issues. Both players appear to be healthy for the 2025 season and make this lineup even deeper than before. The offseason additions of Jock Peterson, Jake Berger, and Kyle Higashioka bring in 70 home runs into a lineup that already had plenty of pop. Adolis Garcia is healthy and already set a goal of 50-plus home runs. There are reasons to doubt this, but also a lot to back it up. He even debuted a new quick swing with less leg kick that was vastly different from his 2024 stance. Wyatt Langford is another name to watch. It felt like it took forever for Langford to hit his first one out last year, but an increased role in the lineup and certainly adds up to more than 16 this year. There is depth across the board that looks to go for records this season. Every bat on the roster has pop that can go yard any given moment. All of this comes together to feature a lineup that I could see reaching the 261 home run mark. Next up, number 2, Josh Smith plays 8 different positions this year. Not every prediction has to be earth-shattering. This is a prediction that has more layers to think about than you can realize. The first layer is healthy in the lineup. Smith already projects to be ultimate utility and has received his vote of support from manager Bruce Bochy. If somebody goes down at any position besides catcher, Smith could be next up. Smith has made jaw-dropping plays at third base, shortstop, and the outfield. There's no question about the ability, only if the opportunities arise. The second layer is the fun one. Nobody hopes to use a position player to pitch at any point of a game, but it's a fun moment in a bleak situation. If there is a situation where a position player needs to pitch, Smith would be my number 1 pick to do so. The last layer is to give guys rest and have somebody that can fill their spot. If somebody needs a day off, Smith can fill in. I fully expect a big season from Smith, and we would expect it to come from every different position. Finally, the 2025 Texas Rangers win at least 4 Silver Slugger awards. This is as spicy of a hot take that you can find, as winning this many Silver Sluggers is incredibly difficult to do so, but not impossible. There are plenty of names on this roster that give the Rangers a strong case to do this. Corey Seager, one of the top shortstops in the league, faces stiff competition for the award, but also has the deepest lineup in his time with Texas. For him, it's a matter of health and outperforming other shortstops. Other bats that can seriously contend for the award are Young, Garcia, Simeon, and Berger. Although Young or Berger hasn't played a full 162-game season, their healthy stints have shown major promise. Garcia, expected to rebound offensively, is also a strong candidate. Simeon could have a clear path to the award with Altuve shifting to the outfield. He will also benefit from lineup depth, as well as an increase in hittable pitches. Smith, the reigning utility Silver Slugger, is critical to that success, and I expect him to retain it this year. There is not much competition for this position, and Smith projects to be the best utility in the AL this year. We have no idea what to expect from Langford, but good things are coming, because there is truly nothing he can't do on the field. Finally, Berger is an offensive machine. In a lineup that gave him zero protection in Miami, he had 29 homers, 76 RBIs with a .250 batting average. I easily see those increasing in Texas. And finally, at number 4, Bruce Bochy does not retire following the season. The rumors of Bochy's retirement have run deep. The soon-to-be 70-year-old manager still has his fastball in the dugout and has an incredibly fun team for the upcoming season. President of Baseball Operations Chris Young has made it clear that this is Bochy's decision. There's nothing left to prove for Bochy in baseball. He has done everything as a manager, winning 4 World Series championships. But Bochy loves the game of baseball, and that joy has not gone anywhere during his time with Texas. Winning a 5th World Series, tying him with 2nd most all-time, is only one thing that I think would make him retire on top. The Rangers likely have their eventual manager replacement in Skip Shoemaker, and I don't think that is being rushed. Bochy loves the game, loves Texas, and more importantly, loves his team. I don't see Bochy retiring following the season. Fully expect him to be back and leading the Texas Rangers in 2026. Let me know your thoughts on the topics we've covered today in this episode in the comment section below. And of course, give me your thoughts on anything we missed, anything we covered, whatever we got right, whatever we got wrong. And give us a thumbs up if you like our video. Hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification button to be notified of future videos. And of course, if you want to support the channel, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/TTRangers. As always, thank you so much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.